Okay, now step number 1, open your Google Chrome, and then I'm going to choose my account. Then I'm also going to go here and search for Anaconda. So I'm looking for that Anaconda environment. So click here, then click skip registration, and then we're going to look for this part that has Windows. Then just click on download. It has already detected my PC's Windows, so just click download. So now I'm going to fast forward and until it has actually downloaded. So now after it has downloaded, you can now go to your downloads. So here it is, the file has actually fully downloaded. So now we're going to install it, so just double click on that. Then now it's actually going to load. Alright, so minimize that, click next. When you see this, just click I agree, just click next, so it's the right location. Then click install. So this is going to take a little bit of time, so I'm going to fast forward to the very end until it has actually completed. So now as you can see, it has completed. So now click next, then alright, let's just click finish. So remove this, so we don't need to launch immediately, so just click finish. Alright, so now we can actually go back here, and now we're going to search for Visual Studio Code. So we need an editor to be able to type in our code. So select the first option, then we're going to choose the first option here, download for Windows. So click start download. Okay, now that we have it, go back to your downloads again, and then just double click on this again, and it will start installing. Click I accept the agreement, click on next, so it has chosen the right location, and then click next again, and then click install. Then it's going to take a little bit of time, but it will eventually install. So once we have that, we don't need to launch immediately, so let's click finish. So now go to your start, and then we're going to go to all apps, and then open the Anaconda prompt that we actually have here. Now what happens is, first of all, we're going to check for our Python version. That's going to be very critical and very important as we install our Django project. So how do we do that? Click Python -- version, and then click enter. So our Python version is 3.12.7. Alright, so now that we know that, we're going to use that to actually create an environment. So we're going to create a separate environment to host our Django. So click conda create -n Django _env. So you can call it any name you want, but I've chosen to call mine Django env. Then Python equals to the version that we actually have at the top right there. So that's very important. So you type in the version that you actually have, and then after that we're going to wait for it to load. Okay, now click Y as I was saying yes, and then it's going to take a little bit of time, but once you've done that, you're going to wait a little bit. It's going to verify everything, and now we actually have our environment. So now next we're going to activate our environment. As you can see, we're going to type conda activate the environment that I actually created. I called mine Django env. So depending on what you use, that's what you're going to type right there, Django _env. Then now we've actually activated the environment. So now we're going to install Django in that environment. Pip install Django. Then it's just going to take a little bit, a few seconds, and mine has now successfully installed. So now I want to create my Django project inside documents. So I'm going to copy the path of documents, and that's where I'm actually going to put it. So now we're going to go back here, and then we're going to click cd. Cd means change directory. So I want it to change the directory to that path that I've actually pasted. So inside documents. So remove these quotes, and then that's actually where we're going to create our Python Django project. Right, so now click enter. Then right inside here is where we're going to create the Django project. And how do we create the Django project? So just type Django with an O, and then -admin start project, and then give it a name. I'm going to call mine my project, and then click enter. So it has actually already created the project. We can now even go to where we have documents, and then we're going to check, and you can see that we actually have the project here. So it has the manage file, and inside here you can see you have the setting file. So we've actually successfully created that project. So that's how you actually create a Django project. Now we need to run this project, and we're going to run it inside our Visual Studio Code. So now search for where you have your Visual Studio Code. But before we do that, let's open the navigator. So inside the navigator here, we're going to actually change the environment to Django environment. Just give it a few seconds, and it should successfully choose the environment that we actually created. So that's the environment that actually has our Django libraries. So open and launch the VS Code from the Anaconda navigator. Alright, so the reason we do that is it actually auto selects the interpreter for you by default. So that's actually why we usually do that. So now go to where you have the documents, and we're going to drag this project into the Visual Studio Code right there, and then you can just select I trust the authors. Alright, so now we can actually maximize this. Okay, so that's actually our Django project, and that's the settings file. So now one thing we need to do is to make sure the interpreter is set correctly. Let's first type that. So the interpreter is not set correct, so Ctrl Shift P and we can open this. So type Python and we'll be able to select the interpreter. So from right here you can actually select your interpreter. So I've actually selected it right there, and it should actually select the right environment. So that's something you can do if it hasn't done that by default. So type Python manage.py run server to run our Django project, and let's go to our Google Chrome, type localhost 8000, and there you go. We've actually successfully created our first Django project, and that's how you do it.